You just a host. I was riding, now I'm gliding. I still look while you was hiding. Just keep it real. It ain't no flies. I've been no dollars. That silly boy straight soft. That silly boy with them hard. I'm right left. I knocked down some hard niggas. That chick, I still get it right. Like hard niggas. Oh, God, nigga, no lie. I'm talking good, talking money. I'm talking money. I'm taking money. I'm talking good, I'm talking money. 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 All I do is get this money. But niggas always acting like they're funny. But I ain't always funny, I'm coming. I'm just taking money. Nigga take it from me. I haven't been in jail all this time. I haven't been in jail all this time. I tell rap for the money. Just the money. I ain't fit this. Nigga, get with me. Ain't on my time. Homie, you miss me. I'm chasing money. I'm talking green, I'm talking money. I'm green, I'm talking money. I'm talking money. I'm talking money. I'm chasing money. I'm talking green, I'm talking money. I'm green, I'm talking money. I'm talking money. I'm talking money. I'm talking money.
Welcome to Tuesday. We're here in the B&B studio. Me and my co-host, CEO Biggs. We got bartender in the building today. And a great guest coming up. Her name is Lady Miz. Now, we're going to tell
Lady
you.
Miz. Miz what? Just regular Miz.
Miz, M-I-Z, Ladi Miz, as it says on the
So
screen.
we say 5 o'clock, but
That's right.
actually it's 6 o'clock.
She's a boss from the New York City.
So definitely about to check this out.
Sexy boss to
So make sure y'all tune
music.
in.
Put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
This
They're
ain't one
not
for the
watching
kids.
this. This is not for the kids. What's up, y'all? Here, Fuji's. What's going on?
What's up, boo?
What's up, DJ Hardcore? What's going on? So this lady, she has a hot steamy switch. She has explicit vocals, and she'll be coming up in just a little bit. So, I mean, I know the whole Philly, is
Morning right now. We in morning. Like, it's sad.
Let's
Like,
talk about it. Let's talk
man,
about
this
it.
is a sad situation that you gotta wake up every day and hear about a killing and somebody being shot. Not only in Philadelphia, but a Philadelphia resident that's left and went out of town. Like,
Out of town.
Like, I mean, if you ever heard anything about this man doing any negative shit in the news, and I had to do about him being thinking about being robbed. He never said he'd never been robbed, you know what I mean? But people are attempting to rob him. So it's like the more that you work to get the things that you want, it's always someone out here that don't want to work and don't want to take these things away from you because they're not happy with you having them. So it don't pay to go buy diamonds and jewels and nice houses and shit like that because there's always somebody out there that's going to be stalking you and stalking you what you're doing and it's in that they're not happy. So they're not happy with life. So we're going to end your life.
That's right.
They'll rather they'll take your shit and take your life at the same time.
And
That's the worst.
you
That's the
know,
Yeah,
worst.
man.
I was about to say, it's
After you take my shit, you still gonna take my life.
Right.
Just look at B.
Big boy, what's up?
McFly.
Yep.
They robbed him.
Hey, Rob.
Motivational speaker. All he do is he came from jail and built himself up.
But people don't care, and that's the whole point about everything, that the people aren't caring. You know what I mean? They just want to get what they get. And they do. Every time you turn the news on, like Big Boy said, it's tiring. You don't want to watch it. Things is going on, and every time it's something, it's bad.
Nobody is safe.
Nobody's safe. B
McFly, excuse me. I don't want to cut you. I just want to finish this off. B McFly. Everybody knows who B McFly is. How you gonna ride B McFly? You feel what I'm saying? A motivational speaker. He out here trying to save lives. Out here every day working hard. Sister Talia, somebody tried to break in her career.
Twice.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's hard. That's hard when you out here working for the people of the city and then you don't have nobody to protect you because the police are not going to protect you. So when you holding and carrying and then you get arrested for having your gun, you know what I mean? Because you got enough sense to not show that gun until that gun is needed. So it's better than need and not have, and better than need, better than have and not need than need and not have. In that instance, so you need to have that. For those who have sense, we need to have that. It ain't no put the guns away when they pull the guns out, and not only are people getting shot, they get shot like 11, 15, 30, 40 times, 100 shots on a block during the daytime when there's kids out there. You're not safe at no time, anywhere. You know, it's like they look at TV and go to the social networks and all the platforms. You can go anywhere and see somebody getting killed, shot, stabbed, robbed, raped. The social media needs to have some kind of tool to educate those who aren't educated, because no matter what we do, we talk about stopping the violence every day. But if we don't start with it in our homes and start teaching our children, because we got to start when they're young. But what are we teaching them today? They're shaking their ass.
It's like an oxymoron. It's like oxymoron.
Right. We listen to it. But we educated in what we're listening to. But we don't pass that education on. Right. But we don't do that. We all guilty of that. We don't do that because we haven't been educated in it, but we had enough sense because we grew up in a different era. We grew up when they're growing up today.
While we're doing this, I want to pull up the video that he did to keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to be a parent these days, but you gotta be a parent, because if you want to be a parent to your child, that's good. In your home. And especially when you know that there's things going on in your home that need to be corrected, first you have to correct yourself as being a leader in your home. We don't have any more leaders in the neighborhood to come up and step up.
You can't be a leader. You can't be a leader.
Yeah, they come out. They come out only when something happens. That's to be seen. That's when you see the leaders, but you don't see them out there every day in the neighborhoods, running around, knocking on doors, making sure people safe. We used to have town stuff like that. You don't got, you can't have that no more when you got people out here shooting and killing everybody and don't care at any time, at any hour of the day. It's more robberies and more shootings in the daytime than at night.
They don't care. They're not scared.
Exactly.
They're not scared. It's affected in that. They don't, bro. It's affected everybody. They're not scared. They're not scared of the cop. So they're like, we doing whatever. It's like, forget it.
At all. The police department is like the keys of the fucking cops. They running around the circle, chasing cars and giving them tickets and showing people shit.
When niggas getting smacked out here.
Especially when a crime is being committed and you're in the area and you're late to the crime scene and you're a minute away.
They try you,
but you 5 minutes late.
They got a couple minutes to say they got to report to the scene.
Listen,
active
man.
Shooting, ain't no waiting. Niggas is dying.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not running to no, like, that's not my job to run to the scene, but right. I'm not gonna hold myself in a position to get shot at, and if I got something to shoot back, I'm shooting back. Especially if they're shooting at me. You gotta protect yourself at all times. Like at all times, you have to protect yourself. And being right, you know what I mean? Like, it would happen, but it could have been anybody. Like, we realized that it could have been anybody.
And I want to thank God that, I know it doesn't even make a difference, but I want to thank God that Philly didn't get it. His own city.
I don't think Philly went.
I mean, I know it doesn't make a bit of difference.
No, I mean, for what? For what? For what? It's no reason for him to be dead today. When God called you, was your time. We can do all the crying, the mourning, and all that. But when God called you home, no matter how you got there, it's your time. So we all can just, you know what I mean? Just say like we praying for his family and we still been paying. Right, but you gotta understand, like the strategy of God is we don't understand. How did they be cooking?
You from overnight movement of an island city of Philadelphia with at least 8 shootings in north of Philadelphia. One teenager was killed and another seared her. Some of the fire by barbecue.
Exactly. No matter what it was God's will.
All right, unfortunately, all right, well, PNB Rock has been left a message a long time ago, with this untimely death had nothing to do with it. What's up, Dale? So we're gonna play this video shot by Chop Mosley, one of Philly's own. My city needs something. This is the official video.
Did you recognize that most rappers rap about their death and then they die?
Yeah.
You know that you're more.
Yeah. You know what? And it really hit me with DMX. Oh my God.
And then you die.
Yeah.
Look at Biggie. Look at Biggie. Biggie was the first that I knew.
Yeah, it was that.
Talked about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Pop talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like you get an increment. It's like something higher gives you an increment. Like, yo,
so it's time to move on. It's time to move on. So you need to talk about that situation. So why I said that, because people were talking and leaving messages and getting messages and not understanding these messages. But in music, it's always a message, and we have to listen. We have to listen to the messages that the music is giving it. Just like the messages now, the drill music, the kill music. That's giving our children
putting that in everybody's head.
Demon time.
Who wants to be on Demon?
I'm sorry, y'all.
We sorry, y'all.
Yeah, but that's
but let's get to the video. I just wanted to put that out because people need to understand. We can love the internet. We can love social media. We can love to be on there all the time, but we have to be. Somebody has to be positive. Somebody has to stand up and say, that's negative. If you real, keep it real. Don't fall in the basket with the rest of the brand, because there's a lot of more negative niggas than positive niggas, and I want to be negative because I want to be more positive. And a lot of negative motherfuckers will bring the positive people in the negativity. It's that easy. And you got to touch yourself. You can fall, but get the fuck up and get up out of there. You know what I mean? Because God always got a door open for you to escape. And if you don't open that door, then you right there all the time trapped. But that door is always there for you to get the fuck out. You got to take that door. But a lot of people don't want to go through that door because they happy with what they got because they don't have nothing else. They don't see the other side of the track. They don't see it. They can't get there because they have nothing else. So this is what I have to say. As long as I'm not I'm here. A lot of people welcome here. It's comfortable. Can't you welcome in this? I don't want to be welcomed with the negativity yet. I don't want to be welcomed with the backbiters in the sticks. I don't want to be welcomed in somewhere where people aren't going anywhere but down. I want to be around the positive people who want to help you and uplift you and move you in the right direction. And if everybody had that same energy and thought process, the world would be more better, not only for me, but for you and everybody else. Because once you start helping a person and that person gets it and starts helping another person, and that person gets it, and that person starts helping another person, you start a trend. Let's start that kind of trend of not putting people down, but uplifting and helping, and see how far that goes. Because if you help 10, let's stop calling people niggas. If you help 10 people, those 10 people succeed, then you got 10 people to go to when you need help. They're going to come help you. Now, if you got 10 people all in the negative situation, they ain't helping each other, and ain't doing nothing but backbiting, those same 10 people going to be around doing the same thing year after year after year after year after year. But we don't get it. We still say that we don't really get it. You have to really get on you like an addict. An addict has to get to his worst before he really gets it. So why the fuck would you want to sit in a situation that you already know ain't no good for? You haven't succeeded 5, 6, 7 years being in this negativity ball.
It's called being an idiot.
Exactly.
Doing the same shit and not making any progress is being an idiot.
Let's move along because we got this guest that's going to be coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, don't have the kids watching after 6. It's
That
going
is right. After
down.
6, it's going down.
It's going down.
Kids, it's going to get lit in here.
Yo, this is some good fun.
Yeah, that's good. So here we go. My city needs something. We turn this around.
Yeah, the city needs something right now. It needs something. It needs a hug. It needs a big ass hug. We have artists to go out with a bunch of positive. Let's have a big ass positive concert. This positive music.
Overnight, it has been a violent night in the city with at least 8 shootings. In North Philadelphia, one teenager was killed and another seriously hurt when someone opened fire at a barbecue. That happened on the 700 block of Montgomery Avenue. A 16-year-old was shot and killed. A 19-year-old is in critical condition. The windows of a 24th District Police SUV was also hit by those shots, but no officers were hurt. Police say there were about 300 people at that barbecue at the time of the shooting. Meanwhile, another deadly shooting in North Philadelphia. This one happened outside a bar. Police were called to Galaxy Lounge at Germantown Avenue and West Ontario Streets around 1:30 this morning. The man has not been identified.
I don't know what's going on, but I know that something's wrong. And I know that lately my city is crazy. It's like every day somebody's gone. And every time I turn around, I hear them gun sounds. Cop signs, man, we need to put the guns down. Everybody wanna be a shooter, get the fight, so they take a life. Ain't no one-on-one now. All of this killing, I'm like, when will it stop? And it really don't help that we don't get no help from the cops. They hear shooting in the hood, they get late to the block. But they hear officer down, they get straight to the block. It's crazy. Tired of hearing about these missing babies. Stop killing and let's find all of these missing babies. I wrote this song cause I know just how it feels to lose somebody you love in this world. That's why I don't wanna look up. Every time I look up, I can see them pictures hanging on the wall. Talking about my fam, talking about my dogs. Rest in peace of mom, and I swear I miss them all. I don't wanna look up, cause when I look up, I can see your face, but I know you ain't there. Wanna call your phone, but I know you won't answer. Why'd you had to go? And I swear this ain't fair, and I don't know what it is, but my city needs something. People killing people over nothing. I swear it's like every day I wake up, man, I hear something like, man, I miss my brother. Rest in peace, my hero. Man, they took my sister. I swear we need something different, but I don't know what it is. Waited all winter for this crazy summer. Who would think that they would take so many from us? I come from a city where they show no love. They killing innocent people, man, it's so messed up.
one nigga get killed in another city.
Young ain't how it's supposed to be. Every time I turn around, I lose somebody close to me. I try to hold back this is and be a soldier sick, but memories and pain that just seem to take a hold of me. Our city needs something, we need it real bad. I'm tired of yellow tape, so tired of teddy bears. I'm sick of kids growing up without their mom and dads, and cops killing left and right. Hey man, what's up with that? Praying for my city, and it's going down. I swear these streets is like a war now. You could get shot just from walking down the block. Little kids they say playing on the porch now. And it's getting worse every day. I swear when your folks die, it hurts every day. And you don't even notice when it fade away. Cause you so focused on trying to take the pain away. I swear my city need a better way. And I don't think there's nothing left to say. I wrote this song cause I know that's how it feels to lose somebody you love in this world. That's why I don't want to look up. Every time I look up, I can see them pictures hanging on the wall. Talking about my family, I'm talking about my dogs. Rest in peace of mom, and I swear I miss them all. I don't want to look up, cause when I look up, I can see your face, but I know you ain't there. Wanna call your phone, but I know you won't answer. Why'd you have to go, man? I swear this ain't fair. And I don't know what it is, but my city needs something. People killing people over nothing. I swear it's like every day I wake up, man, I hear something like, man, I miss my brother. Rest in peace, my baby. Man, they took my sister. I swear we need something different, but I don't know what it is.
Street where 3 people were shot, one of them killed. The survivors are at Temple Hospital tonight. One is stable, another in critical condition. Police have not made any.
Heartbroken is how the mayor describes it. One of the saddest cases he's ever seen, says a police official. Three children are dead. They were helping sell fruit with their mother. The two killers who started the chain of events by carjacking someone, then crashing into these innocent victims, are still on the loose tonight. And a pile of reward money.
I mean, they ain't catching nobody, bro. They not looking for nobody. The Philadelphia police used to be called Philly's finest. They solved it. They solved cases. These were real police. Like these police, they were in the hood. Like they want to come up with all these different kind of ideals, but the only ideal that you can come up with is that you have to have your own police in that area that live in that area that knows the people. So when something go down, you don't go to the police station. You go to the officer because the officer knows everybody in the neighborhood. You don't have just one or two. You have like 5 or 6 that live in a southwest area. Like the station is there, but they are living in different areas and they patrol these areas. So something go down, they get the report and they come back and they take care of the situation because they know who's in the area. So if they're police in the area and it's assigned to that one area, then they should know about every crime that's going down in that area.
Yeah,
because they're assigned.
These murders they're like tripling the rate now.
Right, because they're not assigned to an area. You have police coming in from here, from there, people that we don't know. They're not going to talk to you if they don't know you. You don't have a relationship with people. See, people that want to talk to the police, now I don't condone. I mean, I don't care.
Talking to the police.
If you have to listen, if it was your family member, you gonna talk to the police.
No, it's not about.
I'm getting ready to clean it up.
Well,
Give me 1 second.
But I'm
getting
saying,
ready to clean
if you
it
have
up.
a cop in your neighborhood,
If your family member,
it's not wrong to
right? But I don't want to get off of this.
I'm just saying, you see your face. It's
right,
not
but I'm
that
saying
you
you don't know these
my
police.
face.
I don't know any of these police that's in my area patrolling today. You see different police every day. I don't trust them. They don't know me.
That's what I'm saying. If you had the man that came every day, and you saw him and you nodded your head,
you don't even got to do all that. This is where I live at. Stand up for where the fuck you live at.
Exactly.
And don't shit where the fuck you live at. So if you shit where I live at, it's a problem. It's a problem with me. I don't want you shitting. They not because they scared. They don't have that kind of protection.
You know,
that's
the reason why I don't run up on other blocks trying to protect.
If you don't have protection outside of your own protection, like why are you paying taxes? I don't condone the police, but why are you paying taxes for the people to be protected, and you're not being protected? Right. So now when you take the law, right? So when you take the law into your own hands, then it's a problem. Then we're breaking the law. But the law is being broken every day by the police not policing us and letting everything be running wild. And now that we take laws in our own hands and protect ourselves, then we get in trouble.
This is because.
But that's what the law.
Listen, now I have to say
this.
It's
designed to happen like that.
I have to say this. This is because when the person comes up to you and said, you want to register to vote, and you say yes, and you have registered to vote, but you don't vote, and if you do vote, then you think it's over. It's not over, okay? You have to go to these town meetings and all this stuff. You have to mess with these councilmen and stuff like this. You know,
they don't know them.
You got to do more than want to win $11,000 worth of stuff for your music career through this councilman, David O. Okay, this is coming. The registration is open, and you can get the information right here, down here at B&B Studios. Okay, and
you can come right here.
It says PHL Live Center Stage. The music categories, all different music categories: classical, DJ, EDM, gospel, hip hop, R&B, rock, all of world pop, everything. Register for that. Get this information on Philly PHLlive.org. Y'all all know Mr. David O. I don't know if you can see this right here. There it is. Y'all all know. Well, here, this is my Instagram, people. Mr. David O. It's $11,000. You got till September 30th, to do this. So in cash prizes, music prizes. They can't see it on here neither because this thing right here is but this is here. So people that aren't around P&B Studio, you can also get it online. Hit us up. Me and Biggs got the information right here. All right. So what I was saying, the vote it's important for you to go to these little town meetings, okay, and so that you can have a say in what's happening in your town. If you just vote, what if we vote and the people that you oppose to win? They still got meetings. You are still a constituent to go to these meetings and have things change. Get these officers on your block.
It sounds good.
It sounds good.
But listen.
All right.
If you don't know the politicians, like I know David O.
Get to know him.
I know David O. I got to know.
Why? Because David O. is always at your damn show.
He's always at one of the events. He's always out there doing something for people. He's always out there when something happens. Not only do he want you, but he stands for something other than what a lot of these other officials aren't doing. He's doing. So I even won a citation through. I earned the citation.
See that?
I didn't win one. I earned my citation by being there when it was needed. Right. When I was needed to be there. When you stand up for something that you believe in, like the Locust Street situation, that was my neighborhood. I believed in my neighborhood, and I wasn't going to come and allow anyone to come in our neighborhood where they weren't wanted. Like when you stand up and you not allow people to just come into your neighborhood, whether they're doing a march or whether they're doing whatever, if you're not wanted in someone's neighborhood, it's not up to you to decide, well, we're just going to march in there. We're going to do what we want. We're going to not come talk to the people, right. Even the news people. If you're not wanted at someone's house and at somebody's door, people want to have time to mourn. People want to have time to grieve. People want to have time to get their family situation together. And here you were knocking at the door, asking questions. You're not the police. Police did their job. They're the ones who did the murder. And not only that, They're the ones who got all this shit started in the beginning. So if you don't want somebody at your property and you tell them not to come and then come anywhere, then you have to take a stand for where you live in. And if you got help, then you get help. And the whole neighborhood stood up and they came out that day and prevented these people from out of town, out of different cities and states from coming in and performing what they thought they were doing when the family didn't want that. And that's how I earned my citation with the City of Dreams, with out there with Sister Talia, doing the marching block by block and things in that order all the time. Like the city has people and officials that are out here doing the job, setting up meetings, going to these places where people are being murdered at, and setting up visual candle lights, marches, bringing the people out.
And you can do it as an individual.
Yeah, but you can also do it as an individual.
I'm saying,
you can do this as an individual. How about this? Let's stop attending them and start standing up. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
But the only way that people are going to stand up, they need. I'm gonna tell you how this works. I'm gonna tell you how this works. You gotta get rid of. You gotta go through the whole Philadelphia police department from the top to the bottom. Everybody, get them the fuck out of here. And you got to start fresh. You have to start fresh with some individuals that are really ready to keep their job. And if they're not solving crimes, and if they're not on the beat, and if they're not getting to know people, if they're not working the streets by the book and by the letter, I ain't saying get rid of all of them. Keep the good ones, but go through all of them motherfuckers real right. And you know who's who and who ain't, and get back to the Philly's finest. And then when you get control of that situation, then you can control the city, because then you'll build a relationship up with the people that the police don't know. When the police don't know people and the people don't know the police, you're never going to get anybody to come to you and give you any information. You're going to be like First 48. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. But Philadelphia is known to be hitters. Philadelphia is known to be, if something happens, they're going to find out. And people used to be afraid of having of doing the things that they doing now. It's no fear. When you have a police department that's not fear, like, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. We're going to kill. We're going to steal. We're going to, like, right now, the kids are going into stores and just stealing shit, walking out and fucking it up. And then you know what the police say? We got bigger fish to fry. Yeah. But these little motherfuckers going to be the big fish. Right. So if you don't stop them now, shit, you have a problem later. Fuck on. So that's where it goes back to getting them when they're young at home. See, when you shaking your ass at the club and you out getting high all motherfucking day and hanging with the homies and playing Xbox or PlayStation, and you ain't helping the kids with the books and the education and teaching them about, listen, I know y'all watch, I know y'all be on the internet. I know y'all play GTA. But let me tell y'all this. I got a few homies that's real and locked up for life for playing GTA. By thinking that this shit is real. By thinking that your homie ain't gonna snitch on you when they tell him he about to get some letters. You think he ain't gonna tell on you? Your family member gonna tell on you once they tell about you gonna get some letters if you don't tell. So you gotta be able to understand that this shit here is a game, but life is real. So when you go out here doing these things that's on the internet, these people catch cases. When you listen to the music and these people talking about they got dope and all these people go to jail. Or in real life, once they know, see, you don't be, the people that sell drugs, they don't go around making songs about them selling drugs. Except these motherfuckers out here. Why? Because the government wants to kill us. So they put these people out here to make a platform for us to look at and say, oh, I want to be just like him. All our young children at home want to be like Nicki Minaj, want to be like Little Dirt, want to be like Little Baby. Nobody wants to be like their mom and dad, a doctor, a lawyer, nurse, anything that helps a fireman, a policeman, a teacher, none of that. A motivational speaker, none of that. Everybody wants to be a rapper. A rapper's lifespan is short as shit. Even your career is short as shit. If you haven't made it in your first year of rapping, forget about it, motherfucker. That shit is over. If you haven't met some people that you want to label with, or you in, and you've been out here working, know your bars, not doing this karaoke shit, but going in there with a fucking track, a real track, and knowing your song, and people notice you, and you got real fans that you can go sell tickets to, then you ain't doing shit. If you're not doing that, you ain't doing shit. If you're around here rolling with your homies, and y'all got a little clique, and y'all talking about, well, we the hottest niggas in the city, you ain't doing shit. Because the city is bigger than what the fuck you think it the fuck is. Everybody think that they hot, and they fucking not. Everybody good. I give you that. Everybody's good.
Like
but to be great, I'm gonna give it to you like this. The niggas at the top on radio ain't all that. It's niggas out here that will smoke the shit out of them. Real shit. When it comes down to bars and writing and rapping and keeping it a bean and making songs, there's some niggas right here in Philly, they call it the home of the spitters. Philadelphia is the home of the motherfucking spitters. All the spitters come from motherfucking Philadelphia. We on everybody's track, every fucking city, every fucking country, every motherfucking where. They come here, and now they go kill us. I stopped spitting for these niggas, fucking, like real rap.
Yeah, right.
Like real rap. You in my camera group too, man. You in my camera group blocking my live.
I'm blocking this live. I have to send out a email for our guests. I mean,
it's sad, man. Like we can talk till we blue in the face.
It's really
but
sad.
I mean, the Bible says, the Bible says, the Quran and all these other books says it's not ever going to get better. It's going to get worse and worse. And if you a believer in God, not that I'm preaching it, but as I'm an OG. I'm an OG, and I lived a life, and I lived years, and every year and every decade that I've seen has changed for the worse. It has never gotten better, and since I've been a baby, they've been talking about what's going on today. Why is the killing going on? Why somebody? Since Cain and Abel, that's how long this shit been going on. So it's been getting worse and worse ever since. So it can't get no better, but we can make it better for us and where we live at. You can create a city and a town by creating just one home at a time. You got to do it one home at a time, one person at a time. Once you get one, you get two, you get three, you get 10. Then them 10 take 20, 20, 40, 40 go on to 80. It goes on and on. But you first have to have a communication level with the people that you're trying to communicate with, because my communication with the youngest is not the same. We're not speaking the same language, so I have to understand the language that they're speaking, so that when I go holler at them, or we go have a not even say holler, because that'd be like you pushing something on me. No, I want to communicate with you. That's how we have to reach them. We're not reaching them by saying, no, nigga, y'all wrong. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. No. First, you need to find out and understand why they're doing it, even though you already know. Yeah. You already know. But you have to come down like, I really want to find out.
People have different comprehensions.
Right. But it's deeper than what we already know. It might be a home issue that got them fucked up. It might be, I can't do nothing else because I don't know nothing else. You don't have any education, then you lost. Like people not school, but why not learning? Why not trying to learn how to better yourself? Because the more educated you are, the better you live. But nobody's pushing that anywhere.
What's up, sis?
Nobody's selling education. The more you know, the better you live. I didn't know nothing about a business 6-7 years ago. I was struggling out here, even though I had money. I didn't know nothing about investments. I didn't know nothing about buying a house. I didn't know nothing about loans. I didn't know nothing about putting money in the bank, and I was in my OG ages, okay? But once I educated myself and learned what I needed to do to become successful in life and what investments I had to make and what changes I had to make, and the first change that I had to make was I had to change friends and change the people who I was around because I was on my mission to do what I wanted to do, and that was build something positive, not only for me, but for my family. And I had to learn how to do that. I had to go to long classes, YouTube classes on Google, all that, to classes with people, on the job training, by going through the circuit of people who I know, like right here, who taught me how to be B&B. I didn't learn how, I had to learn this. I just didn't know this. I had to learn this. See, you got too many.
City of Dreams.
Yeah, City of Dreams, yeah.
So just want to give her a shout out for coming to the podcast. Sister Talia,
Shout out,
thank
Sister
you.
Leah.
And also our guy at KCG Boss.
And I definitely be down to the City of Dreams
And if
podcast.
y'all are watching
tomorrow.
on
Make
any
sure
of
y'all
our
check out.
platforms, make sure you
Check out the Social Music
type in,
Movement podcast tomorrow.
subscribe, like, share, and type in, say a hey so that we can shout you out as well. All right.
Exactly.
Our guest, Lady Miz, will be coming up soon.
Yeah, and it's not for kids, so we got some
so
kids.
You got
Get
some
some
kids.
kids up out of here, because we not.
You got any music?
Better pop that
Yeah,
melatonin.
no, we're going to talk a little bit still more.
We
Like,
still
shout out to
talking.
City
We
of
also
Dreams,
got
Sister
a,
Leah. Make sure y'all check out the Social Music Movement podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock and 4 to 6. Down in Glockwood. Shout out to Ken. Happy belated birthday to my guy. Ken's birthday was last
they
week.
can watch that on Instagram and
Yeah, they watch it on
they'll watch
Instagram
it
and they can watch it
Instagram.
on they download the Glockwood app, they're gonna see everything.
it's
So,
also on live on YouTube.
right, but the Glockwood app is on YouTube. If they get the Glockwood app, it'll definitely go right to YouTube. They'll go right there. So.
But if your phone is full, because I know how people do, they don't want to be
Well, they can
downloading
tune in.
apps and
They can
stuff.
tune
So
in.
just make sure you check out CEO Big's Live or City of Dreams
It's sad, man.
Live.
It's
and
really
then
sad
you'll
that
be able to see
it's
that.
sad that we all have hearts and we all have feelings, but it's some cold people out here, and it's the reason why all this coldness is around. Because once you you ever watch these movies where they go back and they be like, well, we got the good, we got the bad. It's always the good and it's always the bad. Well, why is it the good and the bad, and why them? Who's in the middle? Is there a middle between good? Is there a middle between good and bad where I'm just borderline? I do a little.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean,
you're either good or you're bad.
I mean, that's what we
You
said.
can strive,
But that's what, right. So if you strive,
it
doesn't that put you in the middle? If you
puts
strive,
it doesn't put you. It puts you closer to being what you're trying to.
that
strive
don't
for.
make sense. Because I'm striving. I'm really working on this shit now. If I ain't working on it, I'm bad.
So
but
then,
if I'm working on it, then I'm good. So am I in the middle? I'm bad, but I'm working on being good.
yeah, so you strive
So
to be better.
I'm striving,
So
but
you're
I'm
better.
not. Right, but I'm still bad. Because I was bad and now I'm labeled. Here you go. Go more deeper. I was bad, but now I'm good. But I was labeled bad. So am I in the middle still? Because niggas is still people. Stop niggas. Let's stop that on the show.
Yeah, you got
People, let's not, because we're not. We're people. So I want to change what I say out of my mouth first. It starts with us. So we change what we say, then maybe others will catch on.
Right.
And I learned that from the last week's podcast Thursday. We gotta learn not to play music and not have it in our home. We gotta learn not to have
gotta
people.
lead by example.
Right, we have to lead by example. So let's stop calling us the N-word and say brothers or
That's
us.
fair enough. Yeah.
But like I'm saying,
podcast page.
Nah, but you striving to get better.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
We are,
It's almost
you know,
it's like
we're
hot and cold water.
surrounded.
Like who wants
And we-
cold? Who wants warm water? Who wants warm water? It's a hot day. You
Right.
want cold water. Listen, it's a cold day. You want warm water. You want hot water. You don't want warm water on a hot day. You don't want warm water on a cold day.
but here's
You
the
want
kicker.
exactly what
Here's the
you want to
kicker.
be like.
But here's the
But you're
kicker.
trying to get there.
But this is the twist.
Right.
The body takes hot water
Right.
and cold water.
Yeah.
What's better? Warm water.
Warm water, technically.
Warm water.
Yeah.
So there is a middle to everything.
Right.
No matter how we
Your body,
don't,
that's how
it is a middle.
It'll receive the warm water better.
Right.
It can be hot.
Right. So there's a middle to everything.
It's
You know what I
good,
mean?
yeah.
So we can say that when you striving to be good and you bad, you in the middle right now.
All right, you
Because
taking it. All right.
technically, people really got to take time, and it takes years for them to see the good in you, even when you was bad.
But you
And
don't
even
got to worry
when-
about what people
Right,
got to worry
you
about.
don't have to
I don't
worry
give a
about
fuck
it,
about what
and
somebody
you don't
says.
have to worry about it,
Right.
but it's there always, even though you're not worried about it. Don't get it twisted. I'm the black sheep of the family, right? I've got keys. I remember I couldn't get keys to a dog's house. Now I have the keys. I really got the keys to everything, and I got the keys by rebuilding the bridges. The bridges that I burnt down, I took and I had to build those bridges up. And even when I built those bridges up, people were still scared to cross those bridges that I built because I was bad and I had a track record. And even now, out of all the things that I've done and accomplished and have done in my life, it is still some people out there that will look at you and say, look at him. That ninja, he ain't doing nothing. He's still the same. And I'm not. And my record shows by how I conduct myself. Yeah, I go off the hinges a little bit, but I'm human like everybody else. But in reality and in all sincerity, I have a lot of love for everyone. It's nobody that I hate. And I've tried to help countless of people. And I know that I'm not the only one who has helped people and that's what keeps me going. I see a Sister Talia, B. McFly, I see Janny over here, I see other people that do what I do, try to really sincerely help people every day. I see the senators, the Congress people in my community that I know seriously trying to help people. I know DJs seriously trying to help people. DJ 7, everybody, DJ Cool G, you know what I mean? I see radio stations like Lockaware seriously helping the city of Philadelphia. And then you have some that come that say they're helping, but they only helping themselves.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna let y'all know what we're doing right now, me and Biggs. Okay? Well, we don't know the date, but it's coming soon. We're having a little class. You know what I mean? We're having a little class that's gonna show you how to make money on the same shit that you do every day.
Yeah, because you gotta look at the future. A lot of people
generate money.
A lot of people not looking at their future. They're looking at just today.
So that you can generate income. The same shit that you do every day. Post on Instagram, posting on Facebook, posting on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a bean. A lot of people need to stop fucking doing that and go get a fucking job.
You know, yeah, but the thing
no. I mean, if you want to keep it a
y'all
bean,
know what I do.
If you want to keep it a bean, right? You know, a lot of these people don't have that.
They don't want it.
Don't want it.
They don't
so
want it.
the
You
ones
don't have
that
to
don't
be an
want
artist.
it, the ones that don't want it, I'm gonna keep it a bean. If
you don't have to be a music artist. This has something to do with music.
Listen.
You just have to have an account on these meta platforms.
You can have as many accounts as you want. If you ain't working to do what you need to do once you get these platforms, just stay with your regular job and get a job.
Don't quit your day job.
If you've been out, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. If you've been out here 14 years making this shit, keep your fucking job. That shit, I said,
getting that money, right?
I'm getting less money too. I'm getting money like money.
Hold
up, wait a minute, stop. Hold up. Let me clear myself.
All I do is tap in on the chronos every day.
Let me provide something right. They getting all the money. I ain't getting shit. I don't get no money. I'm a broke motherfucker. This is fake jewelry. This shit fake. I've been faking it till I make it. Real rap.
I work and save money for my daughter's college tuition.
So don't try to rob me for my shit.
You ain't gonna get shit.
You ain't gonna get shit for this. And I'm about to stop wearing it. So it's too late. It's over with. So that'd be great. Stop wearing
That's
this.
why
one.
I got this backdrop. So you know what? The location is everything.
Yeah, location is definitely everywhere. Y'all might think we at the studio, but goddamn it, if you come, look, we ain't gonna run it all that. Listen, we only joking. I'm only joking.
We have any music?
I got some music.
Yeah, let's get some.
I got some.
Listen.
Do you want to hear our guest next week?
If she got our email.
Do you want to hear the email that you sent?
From next week or today?
What's her name? You sent me some.
From last week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. TJ.
What's her name?
There, TJ Taylor, right there. Go back. No, yeah, right there. That's it.
Calling me. Now, this is kind of, nasty, but we're going to listen to it anyway.
It's not nasty.
It is. But we're going to be listening and watching at 6, what time? 6 what?
No, this ain't, that's the lady from last week.
Right, this is from last week.
Yeah, she nice.
She definitely is.
Turn it up. You turned it down.
I know you see me call. Never had my back. I was there and you hold it out. You did it once today. That's why you were in my eyes. You came suddenly. But your ass trash. Expect me. Keep the moon, I'll show you how bad it could be. Don't tell me, don't tell me, 'cause I'll be running from you. I know you won't be there. Never had my back, but yeah, I bet you be calling me. I bet you be calling me. You never had my back. Girl, you think you gotta call me. I know, I don't call me. No, you won't be calling. You never had my back. But I bet you be calling me. Front like you keeping me. Oh, you wanna play the field. You wanna wipe your hands. Baby, go ahead and be sure. Tell you all the lies. Be caught by surprise. That you wanna think about it. I think you need some time. Expect me. Cue the mood, I wanna show you how bad it can be. You know something, don't tell me, 'cause I'm running you. I know that I don't care. I know you won't be there. You never had my back, but I bet you be calling me. I bet you be calling me. Oh, I bet you be calling. You never had my back, but I bet you be calling me. I bet you be calling me. Oh, I bet you be calling. You never had my back, I bet you be calling me. I know, but I don't care.
I'm saying not right this second. The door. All right. Don't put it in. Remove that. All right, that was our guest from last week, TJ Taylor. She was great. We're waiting for our guest, featured guest today, Lady Miz. Maybe she got stuck or something. But anyway, like we said, if you didn't hear before, she's New York City's boss lady, and she has a brand new steamy single. It's called Riding. We do have the video. We can play it for you guys while we wait for her. What's up, you guys? How you doing? Come on in.
Yeah, TB's
You
in
know
the
how
building.
we do. We got people in the building
Pulled up.
coming up. Ooh, jeez. Let's do this while we wait. Hold on. Hey, there we go. Come in. Stand over there so the camera can see you. What's up?
Grab some. What?
There you go, Fuji's. Y'all know it's DJ. Got a studio right up just across the street.
Yeah, we working around here, man.
I'm sure love it.
We
We
got
working around here.
y'all working? What y'all doing?
Yes, we about to work.
Yeah. So as you know, Fuji, we be over here every Tuesdays and Thursdays doing the podcast. So
That's
you
Yeah,
know,
we're
now
about to
I'm around, you know, because you ain't let me in your door. So
I've been told you to come on my door. What are you telling me?
I'm
just-
you be out.
I got a lot of
He be
stuff.
all over DJ and everywhere I go. I'm like, what's up, boo? You be up there, right?
We'll be out here getting that paper. He'll be everywhere.
And look, y'all see my hands holding together right there.
That's
I want to
what
give
we
a rest in
doing,
peace shout out to Pig Rock, thorough
That's
brother,
it. Let's have a moment.
Definitely
of
have a
silence.
moment.
and shout out to Plex. You know what I'm saying, for having me being the DJ for the first interview for him for what my city needs. Wow, dope, man.
Man, city needs some love, man.
So it hurts me, y'all. I'm letting y'all know it hurts me.
City need a hug, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Earlier we played this video and we talked to Biggs, we talked a little bit about, the violence and stuff like that. It's so sad. But
man, this shit is like wildfire. Like
we like sticking and moving. Shit everywhere.
And it don't matter. It don't matter. Like we keep saying, where you at, what time. You know what I mean? It's more in the daytime than ever. Like people do shit at night. You know what I mean? People
They hitting wherever. Broad daylight. Yeah, that was 3
got
p.m.
shot.
down
The car was parked out front of his door. When he came out, they hit him up. Just wait, his family, kids in the yard, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Down Southwest. It's on the news every day.
Sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to Charlie Cons.
Every day you hear about somebody getting lined up, shot, killed, murdered, carjacking. Like it's like a game. It's like the youngest is playing GT fucking A for real. But I'm saying, where are the leaders at? I mean, it's leaders in everything. If you got a gang, you got a leader. So where are the leaders of the gang? It can't be. So it can't be a gang. It's no gang. It's no gang. It's fucking leaders. The gang is the gang. The gang is the internet.
Yup. Internet is the gang.
The internet is the gang. The internet puts out what they doing, and then they do it. Just they follow the internet. You follow social media and everything that social media puts out there. They don't have enough functioning capabilities to comprehend that this is all bullshit.
Right, use your own brain.
And then they don't want to make no
and I
money
know
off of it.
that this generation that's doing this has some kind of relative in their life that they can look at and see that, well, they made it and they lived wrong, but they didn't do all what we're doing today. And they just look at how did they make it. Let's research how did you get to live wrong? Because today all we doing is living like a fuse. We firecrackers. We light us up and then we go.
I say short lifespan.
Short lifespan. But nobody's teaching us how to live wrong. It's all short life. everything that we teach, the money we get, the fast money, all that. Nobody's talking about going to college, no education, none of that. And then even even at the end of the day, when we finished talking about how to save lives, most of us go right back to doing what the fuck we were doing. Right. We go back to listen to the drill music when we home, back around the kids, and we still ain't even talk to the kids about the drill music and all that. I'm just teaching them how to drill. Just I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it because all my kids listen to everything that I listen to, but they had education with me. They're not going out and doing what they heard and what they know better because they didn't have to go through that because I went through it. So if I went through it, then they see that. So I teach my children from day one. Why go through something that you see me already go through so you don't have to go through it? Some listen, some don't. I got a long letter from my son, and he's in jail, but he wrote me a letter and said, Dad, I love you. He said, I love you more than life itself because you taught me what was right. But I made my decision. This is exactly what the letter said. I made my decisions to do the things that I did to get me in the position that I'm in now. But if I would have listened to the things that you taught me, which were the right things, I wouldn't be here today. Right. And I love that letter, and I keep that letter, and that motivates me to keep on doing because I wasn't always that good father. I'm not going to sit up here and say I was the best father, but I was there from day one of all my children born. From the time they came out the pussy,
my kids realized
I was there. And I'm there in their lives while they're grown when they needed me as a grandfather. I was there. And you know why I had to make myself be here by stopping things that I was doing. And I take chances every day because the things that I've done and might come bite me in the ass any day. But now that you don't live that life, you still have to be careful.
Oh, facts.
You always got to be careful.
Definitely got to steal.
But you don't put your family in those positions, so it's best not to live just that life, so you don't have to worry about that life when it bites you in the ass later. So, you know, in the game, you take losses and you take games and whatever comes goes around. So you have to be prepared for that. And if you ain't prepared, hey, listen, I done been prepared for it a lot of times when it came and bit me in the ass a lot. And I took it on the chin. I took it on the chin because I knew where it came from.
They say, don't be a menace if you can't swim down the drizzle.
Exactly. Exactly, man. But I ain't trying to hold y'all up. I'm ready to up there.
Well, we don't play the girl's video. We're supposed to have a guest, but I guess she got held up or whatever.
It's supposed to got real freaky in here like this. I was waiting on her to come through. I was hoping it wasn't none of y'all here. In case she needed somebody to practice on. And I'm the only person here because I know she ain't gonna practice on Jamie. I'm like, I'm right here. Like, take me. I'm in the, if you do come, like, no, they gotta go to all of them gotta go to the bathroom at the same damn time. Okay. Yeah, man, but that's crazy what happened yesterday. I was shocked, man, when it happened, man. I was praying.
I didn't believe that shit.
I still don't believe it. I still can't. I still don't believe it.
I can't believe I just said it. I just exposed it. That damn.
Messed up.
I've heard it's just like when you feel like it's one of yours.
Yeah.
Because they hired me when they was doing live entertainment. I DJ'd all the spots, and I still do stuff when they call me. I do stuff. So it's like a person that help you eat.
I'm riding. Is you catching this ride, baby? Is you coming inside, baby? I'm riding. Yeah, baby, I'm riding. Is you catching this ride, baby? Is you coming inside? rolling in my 6'4". He gave me 6 inches, said I need more. You got the bubbles on my lip more. He said my candy smell like Dior. Put the key in ignition and ramp up the transmission. A little more kissing and a lot more ticking. I told you I'm a rider. Just make sure you don't decide. Come ride with me. Come ride with me. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside, baby? Come ride with me. Come ride with me.
Hold on, it's fine. It's a podcast. Because this is the wrong video song. Y'all, hold on tight. Whatever, folks. Give me a second. I didn't
And
know
we got
the
the
video.
band playing today.
She got some
Quiet
stuff.
down.
Let's see.
Nah, but I'm saying, like, they be next door.
That
They
was
be
the
over there.
song.
They got
It's a whole
that
bunch
rock
of
band
old
over
shit
here
over there.
is hot as shit. The one next door to me, they hot as shit. I be over here and I be getting, they be over there, my
The bass and all that
and
shit.
the bass and the drummer, and they be going. I be over here making my own songs up to that shit.
You can track him
Something.
Yeah, I can
Do some things. Call me when you're ready for me to record you. I've been waiting.
Man, all you gotta do is you send me the beat, and I'm on it.
All right, say no more. That's what we
Call
gonna
me up and we'll do a big session, and I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays till 7 to 8 o'clock.
All right, well, you leave for me.
Damn, baby, your body looks amazing. I'm running out of patience. Your body's so amazing. I'm running out of patience. Touch me, tease me, tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me, tease me. I want you to please me. I've been waiting for so long for you to come along. I've been playing so cool. Didn't want to come on too strong, but my patience is running out. I need you now. When I think about you, I produce the moaning sounds. I've been wanting your body to be so close to mine. I got visions of you coming 1,000 times. You say in my dreams, but I want you next to me. I'm trying to make my fantasy become reality. Can feel it on my chest, you rubbing my thighs, kissing my breast, kissing my eyes. Take a deep breath, it's on my mind. Damn, baby, your body looks amazing. I'm running out of patience. Your body's so amazing. Come get it. I'm running out of patience. Touch me, tease me, come tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me, tease me, come tease me. I want you to please me. I got it bad for you. The things I would do to you. Incredible. I'll make it unforgettable. Not moving too fast, Daddy. I promise I'll take it slow. Giving you that TLC. Red light special. Yeah, all through the night. For you, I keep it tight. You like it in the dark or want it in the light. Just long as you set me right. Touch my body, it's so amazing. You keep me wet, trembling, legs shaking. I'm so addicted to you and into you. Trust me, baby, I ain't playing. Damn, baby, your body looks amazing. I'm running out of patience. Your body's so amazing. I'm running out of patience. Touch me, come tease me, come tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me, tease me. I want you to please me. I want you to please me. I want you to please me.
All right.
This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
They got a whole
Oh,
bunch of rehearsals.
I think I had a lot of class to it. Nobody was really new, you know. She had some choreography skills and stuff like that. You know, I like the dancers and the outfits. The gentleman, he was cute. And the song overall, um, I think that the producer could have did a little bit more work. You know, what you
What
think?
kind of work we did more Giggity did?
Well, what do you think? They could have put a little bit more
Giggity did more.
into it. Well, when you read the bio, because this is it, we actually don't just became aware of her, you know, of her craft and her career, and
America's largest police force is facing a serious controversy over a video that's gone viral showing officers arresting a suspect who later died.
We are under your thumb for you to create, and you will be held accountable. I don't think it will. For how you handle what you did not create.
They once told me that if you want to be free, yet America is the best place to be. But if you're black, you the target from your YPD. If not that, this is another minority. How you getting treated bad in your own country? There's no way that.
Yeah, I don't think it was a little, you know, overbearing to be, you know, a sexy tape. You know, I wouldn't show it to the kids or nothing, but I think that the kids have seen worse. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? She had a little bit more class with that. You know? So we showed the videos because I don't think Lady Miz is coming on. You know, I think that let me turn this back around for us. She's a beautiful artist. You know what I mean? So, and she has a lot of style. I want to tell you a little more about what's going on here. Sunday, October 22nd. It's some more beautiful, big, beautiful women.
I just got some good news.
pageant. Wait a minute. My God, Mr. Dave, they're trying to bring awareness to domestic violence abuse. And they're having a pageant. Miss Stephanie Kane, Dr. Roxanne Conte. It's October 2nd at 2 p.m. It's a pageant plus entertainment, and it's 2022. The winner's going to get $2,022 with other prizes. It's at the Clarion Airport Hotel in Essington, PA. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's going to be surprise
Stephanie
entertainment.
King?
Huh?
You know I know her from 5 Links?
You know her?
Yeah, personal friend of mine.
Oh, well, we're going to be there because
Wow,
I'm
you know the world is
podcasting.
small. Like this
I'm podcasting.
is big time woman right here. This woman is powerful. Like this woman got.
Well, we're going to be there because
Yo,
we're
she ain't even
there.
gonna understand it when she see me. Like real rare.
We're there. October the
Yeah.
2nd.
I heard that my sister used to work for Fallon,
Okay.
My sister-in-law.
So it's being presented by Mr. Dave Wilkes and a bunch of other sponsors. And you still have time to sign up. If you know any big, beautiful women that want to sign up, or any vendors, you know, or any sponsors, Mr. Dave Wilkes, he had packages. then you get sponsors. Hit us up. You can get this flyer here at B&B. You know, and me and Biggs are going to be there interviewing people and filming the whole event. Yeah, that's what's up.
I like how you just spoke for me.
Yeah, that's what's kind of good.
Who?
I said that's what's up. You got it up here.
Yeah, I'm up.
It's behind us.
I'm just waiting on it. It's behind for me, you know.
It's always behind.
That's how it does, but we good.
Yeah, it's always behind. I'm getting ready, y'all. Y'all know I'm getting ready.
But yeah.
So you want to talk a little more about something, or?
I mean, what is it to talk about? I mean, we didn't talk about. We covered a lot of stuff. And our guests, we did have some guests here today.
Yeah, we did.
We can talk about. We can talk about upcoming events. We can talk about upcoming events. So, give out some shout outs to.
Don't forget about David O's.
Right.
PHLlive.org. PHLlive.org. Don't forget about that. We got Lassiter coming up. Lassiter's City Hall, Dilworth Park. Lunch at Dilworth, September the 21st. That's going to be on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I got the adult podcast.
12 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow.
6:30. Just tune in at 6:30 and 7 to DJ 7 and Melly Mel T15. You check out the adult podcast tomorrow. And they're also having an event, a Halloween event.
Yeah, I can't wait. We got to dress up and everything.
They
got that.
It's going down. They're doing a live podcast and a bar Halloween party at D Cafe on Halloween. And it's a prize for the best costume. So if you want to wear a costume, if you want to win that prize money, make sure y'all come out.
You wear your damn costume because it's going to be fun.
They already got the gorilla. They already got the gorilla.
I said wear your damn costume because it's going to be fun.
Yeah, but make sure y'all come out on the 34th, on the 31st. And don't forget the Social Music Movement podcast tomorrow at Lockaware before the 7 with Sister Leah T. Beasy and CEO Biggs. I'll be in the building tomorrow, Lord willing. Because it's only with God's will that we make it to the next day. We always say, we're going to be there tomorrow, but we're not promised tomorrow. We always got to remember that. So with God's will, maybe I'll be there tomorrow. But, I'm doing my best.
We'll do whatever we can.
And I mean, that's all you can do is strive to do better.
Yeah.
Do better. The city needs more people that want to do better. The city needs more leaders in the community that want to do better. People say they're tired, but how can you be tired if you still allow the situation to continue? Like, you can't continue to be like slaves. When slaves were slaves and they got tired of getting whipped, they got tired of living that life and wanted to get away, they ran away to try to move to something different, go something better. And then a lot of them, when it came time to go to war, they fought. There was a lot of slaves that fought for their freedom. They fought for us to be free. And people don't even look at that. We could be slaves today.
They don't know what free is, though.
I'm saying,
free yet.
We're more free than what they were.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're under laws that keep us in bondage. But it's loopholes through the law. Because if you use the law as they use it, then the law is no good to them.
Right.
Can I run that back again? If you use the law like they use it, then the law is no good to them because they can no longer use the law against you.
So it's kind of like we ain't landing on Plymouth Rock.
Landed
on us.
and gave us gave us loopholes and fire hoops to walk through, snares and traps. And we walk through those snares and traps boldly every day, knowing that they're there. But if we were thinking, and it's a lot of thinkers out here. Don't get it twisted. If I'm gonna say it one more time. Maybe we get a rap about it. If we use the laws that are designed only for us to keep us down, the way that we're supposed to use it, right, to benefit us, we learn the law. We work the law the way it's supposed to be worked. All right. So that means we abide by the law, okay? And it's ways to do what you do and do it lawfully.
Right.
But a lot of ways that greed kills everything.
Right.
When you can do a little bit and still get the same amount, but have to work a little bit longer to get it versus going to get it all at one time, that's the difference. Because if you can get away with a little bit forever, but you took a chance with the lot, which chance do you want to take? I'm going to be the thinking man. I'm going to get away with a little bit by little bit.
Greed is the downfall.
Greed is the downfall of every person on earth. Gold, diamonds, everybody wants it all.
Let me let y'all hear something. When rappers and y'all hear, because I'm going to make it plain and transparent shit. When y'all hear millionaire rappers and billionaire rappers on songs and TV talking about, you know, how they got it and everything like that, and things of that nature or whatever, it's like they worked for it. It was like them niggas worked for that shit. It ain't like they went out and robbed somebody to get their career. They had to work for that shit. So it's like,
and some of them worked hard.
Yeah.
And some of them worked with the tight t-shirts.
Right.
Both ways they worked for them.
Them niggas work though. Here you go.
Come on in this room and put this white t-shirt on, this tighty white, and walk around here in your drawers and sit over here on my lap. But they worked for that. You know what I mean? You might not like how they got it, but they got it. It's like the bull was watching.
I was getting to the point where the types of greed.
Right. It's like people like homophobia. Like I just don't like.
But yo,
I just don't like to be around them type of situations or be put in those situations, right? But if that's what you are, that's what you are. I got nothing against you, but whatever you do, just don't do it around me.
Right.
Now, I'm watching B Valley, right? And I told my man, I said, oh man, when I seen the parts that I didn't want to see, I go down and I said, my man, and he said, well, why are you watching it? And I said, well, why not watch it?
You gotta be open-minded.
Because I have to be open-minded, and I'm not watching it for what they doing. I'm watching it because I'm looking at the females on the real. I'm there for the females and for the storyline. The storyline is pretty good, so that's what got me. The whole storyline is a very well put together situation. But when it gets into the part that I don't like, I feel like, well, I'm still going to watch the show, even though I don't like what I'm seeing. But maybe I might have to educate one of my children about this, what they see.
Let me tell you some funny shit. Along those lines, I say, because I don't like, and I don't hate anybody. I just dislike to an extent. But I went through an instance where I was like, I don't care for gay people to be around me. My job, they hired 3 people. I didn't like the job with the name this. Hired 3 people that are gay. I had to be put in the midst of something that I hated and I despise to have to be able to understand it, to be able to work around it.
So
sometimes
listen to this part. So now that you feel that way,
right,
the world feels as though you need to be educated that you can be around those people. Right. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because they're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. But you don't have to accept. You don't have to be an acceptance to what they're doing or a part of that. But what I'm saying is, they're not going anywhere. So if they're not going anywhere, what are you going to another planet?
They don't bother everybody. They all don't bother everybody. It's about everybody. At the end of the day, the whole.
But they get mad when you put them in a category where we're all in category, even as people. different
I
colors.
don't understand why
We're in
it
color.
bothers
We're in color. Different.
It doesn't bother me. It's just the fact that we were talking about greed, and then I started getting to a subject, but then it tapped on something else. So like we
Yeah,
started
because
talking
greed.
about,
I mean, it ain't too much you can say about
rappers being
greed.
greedy.
Greed is what it is.
Don't chase some shit that ain't meant for you. That's what I was getting at. Niggas out here chasing shit that's not meant for you to have. Like you talk about.
I ain't gonna say it ain't meant for you to have. The world is meant for you to have. But how you go about getting it is the difference.
Right.
Because people you don't worry about what people want to do or whatever, but people will respect you and follow you and help you more when they see that you're doing it the right way.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean to say.
Now, when you doing it
always
in a
go for what's
negative
meant
way,
for you
it's
to
nobody
have,
there
but it's
at
the way you
all.
go about doing this shit.
But the negative people. And it could be 10 trillion negative people, and none of them are going to help you. You can have 1 million people that's positive, and you're going to make millions. Because you got 1 million positive. But you got to get out of that negative zone, and you got to leave them alone. Like it's people that I know 10 years ago who I don't know today, even though I know them. Like I'm on a different level, on a different playing field. I'm doing different things. So now that I'm doing different things and I'm building, I'm a builder now. I used to tear down, but I'm a builder now. You know what I mean? And these are the conversations that we got to go and have with the youth to be builders. We tearing down, we killing, we taking away lives, young lives that could have been, we don't know what they could have been. There's young kids out here getting killed, elderly people that live their life and so they can live it out and be safe. They're not safe anymore anywhere. It's like people are all evil when they're not. It's just that the world has been have been given a mask so that we're blindfolded to what we need to see. We can't see through it because now we're all looking at social media. We're looking at the top BET, the television program, who won the awards, who won this, who won that, who living like that. Well, instead of worrying about how we're living, because they're not worried about how you're living, but we are watching these reality shows. Those reality shows are not reality. Our reality
is their reality. It's not our reality.
At the end of the day, our reality is that we're still fucked up. And there's no way that we can get out of that by watching other people be successful and not try to be successful on our own.
You watch so much to learn.
You know what I mean?
You watch people to learn. You don't watch to learn.
Right.
Right. So you watch to learn.
Anyway, but we're gonna fix this next week so we don't have everybody's view of their lives or whatever. I'm thankful that my live is still going. I appreciate everybody that's still tuned in.
Yeah.
But this life situation is real, man. You could be here today, one tomorrow. People take life for granted. People don't really take life seriously no more. Every day, I get closer to death. From the day that you're born, you start dying. And people really don't take that into consideration that I want to live to be, my older people were 80, 70, 90. And I have people in my family that lived the whole set of family members. I got uncles in their 60s and 70s living today. You know what I mean?
It's that wisdom.
Right.
They have that wisdom.
Right. They have wisdom. There you go. They have wisdom. And we're not giving the wisdom to the ones that need the wisdom.
So
a lot of them keep the wisdom to themselves. I heard a man that I know pray all the time. God-fearing man said that the time of praying is over. And he fears God, but this man said, no, I'm not praying no more. I'm tired of praying. Praying is over. And to me, I looked at him like, then you gave up. Because the time of praying is never over. You always gotta pray, even though your prayers have not been answered the way that you want them to be answered. They have been answered. So you have to keep that in consideration. God not gonna give you what you want. He will give you what you need.
Yo, that's crazy. I've been telling a couple people
that's a real fact. And that's for everybody. It don't mean that I go to church every Sunday. And then God looks at me any different than he looks at you, because we're all the same that he puts out here. Just because you in this religion or that belief, or you have this kind of understanding, He's still your God. No matter what your God or who you call your God, he's still your God. Whether you believe in God or not, you have to understand that we all have a role in life to play. And sometimes we play a role that's made up through the world and not made through us because we don't follow our spiritual part of us because we're all a spiritual being that leads us and we have the right to make a decision in our lives and how we do and how we reflect on people and what we do in life and our next move. We have that process, but we only can have that process if we've taught some things and seen some things and done some things and have an understanding of, you know what, that's not what it is, but this is what it is. We have to stop being like they have millions of followers. I don't want to be a follower. I want to be a leader. So when you start putting on Instagram and Facebook, leader instead of follower, then that's when I'll get more interested because I want to look for the leaders. So they should have two categories on Instagram and Facebook. They should have a leader category and a follower category.
Wow.
Real rap.
Leaders.
And that's my point. It won't be that many leaders in the leader category because those leaders won't allow the situations that's on followers.
It'll be worse than what it is.
The followers to come in, and they do have social. They do have social stuff like that where it's all positive. We just don't tune into positive groups. We just don't know nothing about them. They're there. We know about them, but we don't want to be there. You know what I mean? If we all gave up Facebook and said, listen, you know what? We all know what's on Instagram. We all know what's on Facebook. But we're going to a positive situation. The hell with the groups and all that on Facebook, too. They're all about the same thing, too. It's more people about themselves because they believe in the dollar first rather than life. When you believe in more money, and you stop worrying about more lives, you know what I mean? And you care about the money more than the lives, you can't save nobody. The only person you save is yourself. And the world sees that. So anytime that we're on the internet, you can't partly believe anything that's on the internet these days. Even the church with the people that's preaching and on TV and send me the money, and I'm gonna send you the gold cloth, the bottle of water, and we're gonna raise people. So, let me tell you this, and this too, on Instagram, Facebook, you got people to tell you, send us some money, and we're gonna get you this amount of money. Even all that, the scammers and all that, they all line up together. So when you have people that will believe in a lie, like they will believe in a lie before they believe in the truth, there'll always be this same situation going on. There's always going to be people who get scammed, always going to be people getting hurt. There's always going to be the world is going in the wrong direction, and there's always going to be wolves out there ready to take over the sheep because the sheep is a lot. The flock is full. We have a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, and all these other TikTok and everything all day trading, which have the millions, zillions of people all around the world, and we're eating all day, and these people have control over all these lives, and now we're even going into the meta world. So it's another world that they're going to take you into and leave you out of the real world. So why are you living? Is my answer to them. Why do you want to get out of reality that much that you don't understand what life is about? Life is about family. Life is about, I tell you what life is about. Go and watch Wild Kingdom or anything about a wild program and see how they live in the wild. That's life. If you have to worry about not living the next second because you're food, somebody's going to bite and kill you, and you got to protect your family and the wild, that's real life. That's real wild shit. You know what I mean? That's real wild. That's what real life is about. Life is about survival. Life is about survival. If you got 10 males in the lion here, and only one of them gonna be able to mate to be the king of this shit. You know what I mean? The rest of them got to fight all on the road.
Some people don't even know that the female lion is the hunter out of the whole fucking pack.
Yeah, but they all hunt. They all hunt. The male lion,
the male lion chill, but the female lion.
Right. He's the boss, so he's the king, so he don't gotta do nothing. He do what he wanted to. And that's the real life. When you the boss, you do what you want to do. And when you not a boss, then you follow suits. You follow suit, stay in line until you become a boss. But it's people out here want to be a boss first, they ain't working. They want to run the whole shit. They don't know how to do shit. Then they gotta ask you questions, and then you look at them like, oh, you the boss? You know how to do everything. You know what I'm saying? But life is what it is, like an energy ball. Like we get up and our energy starts from the time we wake up. And that's how our direction is going. If we're in a good mood when we wake up, most likely your day is going to go good. But if you waking up to a bunch of bullshit every day, and you don't know how to escape, because a lot of us don't understand that the door to escape is always there. All we got to do is go through it. And if we don't go through it, then we're still stuck in that room. And if you're still stuck in a box, you're stuck in a box, you're stuck in a box, and I'm trapped in it. You feel like that, you call it anxiety, you call it depression, you call it whatever the fuck you want. But I call it being somebody that's not searching for that door to open up to escape. It's always an escape. It's always a way to get out from where you at. First, get up. When my dad was living, he told me, he said, Donald, he said, don't never sit down. He said, even if you don't got a job, he said, get up off your ass and go outside and tie your shoes in the corners. Go look, you might find money. Somebody might offer you a job because you out there and they see you out there. And this is, I tell other artists that tell me, well, I can't sell 10 tickets. Let's say 10, the bare minimum. Because I don't have a lot of people that mess with me, but when you talk to them, they got a bunch of fans. All right, well, if you can't find 10 people that you know, then you got a show 60 days from now. You take those 10 tickets out every day to people everywhere you go. I got tickets. I got to show them my artist. This is what I do. This is my music. You promoting yourself. If you're not doing that, nobody's ever going to buy them tickets. I promote myself. That's why I'm CEO Boss Biggs of B&B. Nobody knew who I was. They just knew me as B&B. But now I'm Boss Biggs, CEO, with songs out, music being played all around the world, radio stations, all that. I get bigger and bigger by being me, by promoting, whether you like it or not. I'm going to promote who I am. You're going to know who I am every morning when I wake up. It's going to be a post. Whether you like it or not, they know, Boss Biggs, here you go again. You know what I mean? Some people like it, some people don't. But they know that I stand for something. Yo, but for real. But you know why they're still there? You know why they're still there? Whether they love me or whether they hate me, they're there because they know I stand for something. Whether they like it or not, they know I stand for something. They know that I'm positive in what I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be around me if I was a negative person and everything that I done was negative and I was falling and the shit was down and sinking. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have anybody on any of this.
Sinking on
and you know what? And you know what? You know how many people in line waiting with binoculars, waiting for the shit to go down? And you just say, here's a life preserver. And they'll pull that bitch back out before they let you get it. Because they really want the shit to sink. That's how hateful
people make their own inferences.
Right, but that's how hateful people can put a virus out there, and that whole virus will go like wildfire to everybody else who don't even know you.
And I'm not there.
Who don't even know you.
I'm not
and they miss out on opportunity that they could have had because they was in the negativity box along with everybody else. They didn't have the balls. They didn't have the balls to jump out and say, you know what? I am unique and I am me and this is what I'm doing. I'm not like everybody else, so I'm unique. I don't do what everybody do, which makes me unique. I carry it like I'm supposed to carry it. I do what I say. I just don't say we're gonna do this and then it don't happen. Any event that I planned was done. Anybody that won. Anybody that needed to get paid, got paid. It's not nobody from the door to the bartender to the cook to the vendors that didn't get no money. I've had over hundreds of events. And every event, everybody got what they're supposed to got. You know how many events I've been invited to? We're big, so I appreciate what you done for me. I'm going to just come on out. Maybe 2 or 3. You invited me to a couple of events. I didn't have to pay it down. I don't never have to come to your event and pay it down. But I still here, donate. And you know what support is? I'm going to keep it a beat. Did you really, if a person supports you, did you really know what support is? I'm not going to be here, but here's some money.
Right.
But I'm going to be here.
Right.
You know, and then you got artists like Authentic Bars who supports himself in his whole situation. His whole situation. You know what I mean? These are the people who DJ 7, DJ Fuji, Glockaware. These are the people who support their own situation. Our podcast right here. We support our own situation. Then you got drive-by night people that come up, pop up with a shot, and say, this is what I'm doing, and a flop come in. Same thing next week, 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 same crowd, same people. It might here and there, some other people. You know what I mean? I give it to members only. Members only do have different crowds, different people. They do a lot of different events, and I give it out to Missy and Ace. They do their job, and not only that, they have a fucking team. They got a group. They have a fucking team. When you got a team, you can do a lot of shit. So they are expected to do bigger things like what they doing down there. So I wouldn't expect nothing less from them. So I give them their props and they shout out to them. Look, Sammy do his thing, his podcast, Sipping with Sammy. I mean, all the people that I've surrounded myself with, that I be around, that are doing what they're doing, they're there and they've been there for so long because they're really grounded and rooted into their work. So when you're grounded and you're rooted into what you're doing, then it don't matter whether people coming in that you know, because they're not the people I'm looking for. I'm looking for business people. So when the business people come in and you track the business people, then you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. When you see less of non-business and more of some the business, the real shit, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. See, we get sidetracked into friendships, we get sidetracked into a lot of bullshit because that's what we vision what it was supposed to be. But the vision is to be successful in life, we have to learn how to be successful. So in order to do that, we have to educate ourselves to be successful. We got to put some footwork and some groundwork in. We got to do some networking. We got to really get out here and be positive at what we're doing. And like I said, sometimes we fall, but as long as we don't stay there on our backs, because when I started business, and I'm always going to talk about me because that's all I can talk about.
Right.
When I started business, there was people that was already in the business that are no longer in the business. And those people, they had it going on.
That's because they didn't have
But
enough skin.
But the platform is which killed them. And if you look at the platforms that people use, if you constantly use the same platform and you constantly want to be like what everybody else is doing, then people are going to call you the copycat, and they're not going to want to go to your events. And if you're not giving artists anything and you're constantly just using them as a platform to pay for the fucking event space and buy your liquor or whatever and make your little money, and then at the end of the day, you don't say, man, I appreciate y'all. You don't get on the mic, say, man, I appreciate blah, blah, blah. None of that shit, pat them on the back, none of that. buy them a bottle of drink or nothing, give them a plate of food, none of that shit. And you just send them on out the door and you say, you know what? Next week. And you smiling and you don't even got no gold teeth in your mouth, but your shit shining and gleaming. Like, you know what I mean? So you next week and everybody looking at you and they believe and they believe in you. That's what's sad. They really believe in you because you gave them a platform.
Yes.
You really did give them a platform, but you didn't give them a platform for them. It's for you. It's for you. Because a platform comes with teaching. At every event, it was a teaching event that I had. People learned from my event. People taking things from my event. Only thing, I wish they would take the win. I wish they take the win because then I can sue them. We can take them right to court, right? Try to take the win, and we coming at your head. But what I'm saying is, people have taken things from my event and tried to use it in their event, and it ain't gonna work because you're not big. You know what I mean?
Everybody be doing that shit.
But you know what I wish they would take? You know what I wish they would take?
I'm taking people
I wish they would take the crowd determines the winner at these events and have a sound meter for the crowd. Yeah, they got it. But they won't do that. They'll have judges. And we don't know where these judges are going. You know what I'm saying? I got at my events, the sound meter tells who won.
The judges base their fucking judgment off most of the time off the notability and the notoriety of that particular artist that they want to win. They already know who's gonna fucking win. Exactly. They already know who's gonna win.
That's that crowd shit. They, of course, if you bring 10 niggas and I got 5, they gonna yell louder than me.
I seen a lot of events where somebody brought more people than that other person, and they lost because the crowd went with the real winner.
Wow.
Now,
if you have a true crowd that's going to
and that's what I'm talking about. Everybody, just because you brought me don't mean I'm going to make you win. Real bad. If you real about your music and you real to the soul about your shit, even as a fan, I've been at events where I know this motherfucker didn't win. And I know who won as a fan. And we didn't win, but I know who didn't win. And the crowd knew too. Where this nigga come from, we didn't even see him before. How he went.
He was a judge came in.
It don't even matter. No, we won it. Who picked him? He was handpicked already before the event started. The promoter picked him, okay? The promoter picks these winners, all right? The promoter sets the judges up. The promoter sets the events up. Who you think
that they're promoting? That's how
I do this. I've been in the garden with
that's
the
how you promote the artist.
But I'm telling you ain't even listen.
That's how you
promote the promoter
yeah.
puts the stakes in the garden the way he sees fit to do what needs to be done.
That's how the artist becomes big. That's how you get the artist. That's how Meek Mill's got to be Meek Mill because the promoters were being like, yo, this nigga has to win everything.
I'm gonna give it a big. I'm a promoter.
You gotta get into the fucking
my first objection, my first thing.
Yeah.
My first thing is to pay for my events fee on pocket. You can ask, and that can be proven by phone call from everybody who's been in my circle, because I work with these people. I put my down payment on my DJ. I put my down payment on my security.
That's how we do it. Yes, sir.
Out my pocket. My pocket.
You can't wait.
I don't got no artist.
Hope you gotta earn.
I don't got nobody booked in the event.
Nobody's
nothing.
booked, exactly.
All this is paid for.
You have to pay
everything
first.
And
then I start getting together my flyer and what I'm gonna do and how much I'm gonna charge and who's gonna do what and I'm gonna have my bar, the food and vendors, and I'm gonna have artists who can make money and also bring money to the table. So if they give me $100 and I give them $200 in tickets, then they made $100 and got in the event free. So now they got 20 fans in there that's buying food, right?
Or they can break even so that they can
vendors. They're purchasing. These are people who are now becoming consumers at the event. So right then and there, you know you're going to make some money if you fill the house up. So why be greedy and not give these artists some of that money? Because I have never seen any of these artists get any money for being at these events and don't get shit. They give them 2 or 3 or 4 tickets. Why not give them a chance to make real money? So the Wham has always dedicated us to doing that. But we constantly get criticized. We constantly get scrutinized, and people always talking trash about the Wham and how they want to get a Wham. But I'm going to keep it a real beam. This year, I've been to everybody's events. I've been around the whole city. And I've been through the Wham circuit because the Wham circuit is
it's invitation.
Anywhere the Wham circuit is anywhere that I've been, anywhere that Wham artist has been, anybody that I can come to that's one, like I can go to Janie and get information. I can DJ 7. I can go down to Ace the Chemist, and Missy Porter. I can go to them. They're winners of anybody. I can go to E Ness. I can go down to Glockerware. I can go to Sisters Leah, and I can get input on all the artists. But I'm gonna keep it a beam. I've seen all the artists this year, and I'm gonna keep it a whole beam. I gave out 40 awards, and I'm not gonna be able to give out 40 awards this year because you know why?
You think
most of the artists have had the same songs?
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, let me finish. Most of the artists, and I want them to hear why it's not going to be 40 awards this year. Yeah. Most of the artists have consistently used the same music for the last 2 years. And it's only a handful that have new music and have new performances and have grown. And even if they haven't been at my events, I have watched them. So it ain't that you've been a part of the Wham. So no matter where you perform, whether you even never perform at any of my events, you're still a part of the Wham. You're still being watched. I play people music on my radio station who I no longer have contact with, but their music is good. So what am I to do? I don't fuck with you. I'm not gonna play you. No, I'm not that person. I gotta be the big dude, right? Because I'm big first of all, and not only that, I learned in life that sometimes you gotta suffer to be wrong in people's eyes and know that you're right and continue to be you and be true to yourself. When you hate and that's not you, then you're not yourself. You're somebody else.
It's called being humble.
Right. And that's why these doors open today. By being humble and being myself, I ask God every day, make me humble so that I can keep these doors open, that I can pay my rent, that I can turn to keep the lights on. You know what I mean? Because this is my serenity. This is my space.
Well, you heard it,
know what I'm
guys.
saying? And like they said, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. And I need the studio, it's better to have it than what? I got it. And I need it, I got it.
Well, we would like to keep going on. We're going to continue this conversation off camera. You guys learned a lot today. Sorry,
yeah, I thought we were going to get nasty.
What happened,
I thought we were going to get nasty with it.
We'll bring it back. Well, listen, on Thursday, the 15th, we got a great show coming up for y'all, and our guest is going to be Tori, and she has some new music that she wants you guys to hear. So we're getting crazy for a minute, you know what I mean, with that. So it's going to be great. So make sure that y'all tune in on Thursday.
Make sure Thursday we be right here with it. If it's Lord's will, we'll be here Thursday. Right. Because without God, we can't do nothing. Man, if you got a bad heart, get rid of that black heart and turn that heart red again. If you got a bad mind, get rid of that bad mind and get your own mind back. Stop letting people think for you and start thinking for yourself. Stay out of people's business. If it ain't your business, get out of that. Because when you start interfering with other people's business, then you become a busybody, and then you don't want to be that. Yeah. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be unique. Be what other people are not. Be different. Like my man said, I'm different.
Be like me.
I'm
be
different.
Be like me.
No, don't be like him. No, don't be like her. Don't be like me.
Shout out to our audience on our Instagram pages and every platform that you listen to.
Be yourself, because I'm myself.
We got a lot of advice. We're going to let you know Thursday how to be yourself too. Because right now, we got to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
You know, so it's time to go. We thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Fuji's, our guy here, Bartek, for stopping by. And like we said, our live
T-Beezy
in the building.
T-Beezy.
So,
shout out to Sister Talib and Glagaway Radio.
That's right. Shout out
DJ 7 Mel. Shout out to y'all.
You know, bless peace. What up? Rock. We love you, me. Cheers. Hitter. Listen, I know if you P&Bs.
Yeah, a moment silence for P&B. Yes. Rock, P&B rock. We out.
We out.
Be sure, y'all.